Formula V is back as well as Kieran for tonight's race in Japan. We're back from the season break. Sorry for the delay. Formula V have never raced in Japan before. The Rick and Kieran rivalry is back. We missed out on it for about 1 or 2 races. It was Rom slides off the road. Spins, no damage done. Tire temps must be very high. He's gonna have to pit his tire temps are high around here. Callum goes quickest, setting the benchmark. Rick set a purple sector 1, looking to beat the time of Callum. And Mazel the Tofstad, reserve driver for tonight for Red Bull. Jetpack was quickest. Kieran with a shabby lap must have tagged the wall or something. So he's not going to get stuck behind, and he takes a little bit of curb there. I'm not sure if that's his. It does set a purple sector 1. It's a nice fill save by him. Yellow flags everywhere. There's 1 or 2 cars there. It's got Duracell stopped on the left hand side of the track. Is he moving at all? Oh, and Kieran! He's not got any damage, but he's suffered. He has had damage, but he's not suffered any critical retirement damage. That's his wing gone, and that's him stuck on the side of the road. As it is, if you play on traction off here in Suzuka, it's a dangerous game to play with the tire temps. And okay, now it's safe to do so for Kieran to get moving again. But there's Aston Martin coming around the corner of Wackney, but he's only on his out lap, so let's finally verify. Goes P5. Cannot wait to see this turn 1 at lap 1 of the race. H. is here for the start of the session for the first time in a long time. Rom's gonna try it again. His jetpack is has a headache. Oh, and Rom invalidates already. He's going wide. He's tried his push to lock too much. Verify's gonna try it. Let's see if where he can end up on a sector 2. It's gonna be oh, he's not even on a lap. Never mind. Currently, Rick stands top, so he's gonna probably stay in the pit. His Rom has said a good enough lap already, so. He's going for another one, but never mind, it's invalidated. But I would just take the car back to the pits at this stage, because if I'm Rom, pushing too much luck with the spins. Kieran is pretty lucky to get out of that get out of action as he does exit the pitch now. I'm not sure is that Callum or Kieran? Okay, it's it is Kieran who actually goes for another lap. He's quite lucky to not suffer any damage suffer any terminal damage. Just a bit of wing come off. He saved it very nicely this first time, and then the second time he couldn't save it and it got to him. He went straight into the wall. Verify's not going to go for a lap, representing Haas. And he's onto the gravel. I'm not sure what's happened there. I probably would just stay into the pits now. Final Flame has not set a lap just yet. Let's see if he can get anywhere near the other house. Bufferino Phil is charging down the second sector. He's low on fuel, so this is his time. This is his best lap that he can do. His best chances that he can have a good lap. Gonna go into the final few turns. Very nicely done, taking out a curb. Touches the curb a little bit there. Opens the DRS and he goes 5th. Just behind the Jetpack. Not sure what Grak's doing. Grak is in an actual lap. Now let's see Final Flame who needs to set a lap. He hasn't set a lap, he said invalidated the last one. Let's see if he's gonna set a lap to potentially get into the second qualifying session. You would not be one. You would not want to be the one left behind here. There's Grak and the grass trying to let them pass. Unfortunately, Final Flame is being blocked. I think his lap might have been hindered by Shukishrao. Couldn't get out of the way in time. But I'm not sure. There's a yellow flag up ahead as well. It's Alfa Romeo and a Ferrari, both Ferrari powered cars, and the Ferrari powered cars coming for them as well. Right behind them, but they're going to speed up for Final Flame. Maybe potentially he can get a tow from Phil. This is nicely done under there. Violently upshifts. Let's see where he will place, because you obviously do not want to be one left behind here. So there's only one drop zone left. As long as you can get a decent lap in, sector 2, and it's first lap. Now he's gonna come up here to the finish line. Takes just a little bit of curb, takes a lot of curb on the second part of that chicane. And after the final part, he's gonna go 6th. Going ahead of Bufferino Phil and just behind Jacob, and also beating Verify's lap time. These lap times are certainly getting quite competitive. As Gallery's in a charge overlap. Very cautious through that corner there. Okay, he's got on the power extremely late there. No, I don't think he's in an actual lap, or there might be something wrong with his throttle. But Josh Thoma is left in that one and only drop zone. So now going out lap, and then so Rick retires. He's confident and happy with his lap. I would too if I had that. Final Flame is invalidated. I'm not sure what Gallo's doing. I think he might have just messed up his lap at one turn. There's Wackney sets a time, certainly off the pace. I think he's messed up a little bit there. So Josh Thoma will start his lap soon and try to get out of that only drop zone. Steve is commentating. Josh Thomas not going to set that lap to hopefully get him out of the drop zone. So we've only got less than 5 minutes left in the session. So yellow flags waved. I'm pretty sure it's for fuel. Grach retires. Oh, never mind. That's only he's confident enough with his lap, so he will retire. So Josh Tomo is the only one that to worry about. He's not got a lot of time to do this exactly, but he just has to set a lap, a decent enough lap, as he's doing okay at the moment. Let's just see where he places in the second sector. Looks like it's going to be a purple sector too, and it's going to go to the final turn, final few turns. Takes a bit of curb on that first one, takes a lot of curb on the second one, doesn't touch the sausage curb. Mama Zelda's retired, not sure if that's due to his hazard on track, as Josh Tomo was second, just behind Ricky's into that 128, and Kieran is just off the 128. But that is Josh Tomo definitely into the second session. Ed still has to set a better lap. This could potentially knock Mama Zelda out. The yellow flags wave somewhere, but that's just for fuel and slow cars. Very bland helmet from Shukisra. It's quite plain. If it does the job. So Edge will have 2 laps to do this. Get out of the drop zone. So if he breaks his front wing in this lap, then it is over. His qualifying session, his qualifying run is over. Okay, I've never seen. There's a bit of dirt there on the halo of that AT02. Duracell retires in P13 on the mediums. He's confident enough. It's traction looks a little bit wonky there out of that turn. Of course, not much to commentate. Well, this is one of the things that we can't commentate. See how he does do in sector 2, because I'm sure that he's gonna. Oh, actually. Okay, he's on the right. Will it be enough to get him through? Can it be enough to get him through? On the last corner, he opens the DRS. Let's go. He's still in the drop zone. So this is his last lap and the last hope for Edge. He's really gonna have to throw that AlphaTauri around. Gonna have to throw it into corners. Final flame retires. Just he knows that he is okay. Verified with 10th place, very solid there. Edge is really on the limit here. He's pushing the track limits to. He's not invalidated there. He's nearly invalidated. He's really throwing that around. Is it going to be enough to knock out Mama Zelda? Let's see. Go through turn 11. Now onto that very big swoop of turn 12. That banking. to turn 13. He uses a bit of curve, but the car gets thrown around. He is throwing this car around. He's really ripping the wheels off at this time, and he invalidates. That is Ed's Duke's session over. He will not make it into Q2. He will need to start from 16th place. So that is the rest of the grid through to Q1, Q2. So Rick finishes at the top with 128.6, and Josh Thomas and Kieran. Could we see Josh Thomas potentially in this title fight nearly? So Ed Slims, he goes back into the pits. It's a sad ending for him. I don't think we've seen any DNFs that session. Oh, so that's 13 in Q2. Interesting, that means Final Flame will not progress to the Q2 and will not have a chance of progressing to the shootout. So there's just three spots of doom for those who will not progress to the shootout. So we've got the front Rick on the mediums. Apologies for the interruption. No one has started a lap just yet. We've got Rick. We've got all the front three from the Q1 on the mediums. We've got Callum, Duracell, Bufferino, and Wackney on the softs. Maybe they don't have faith in themselves to make it into Q1, Q3. I keep mixing it up. Jetpack goes fastest with 129.4, which is I'm not sure what the pace is for the mediums. Duracell ends up behind him. Of course, that's not going to be on the pace. Okay, so Final Flame has not progressed to the shootout to Q2 because of a crash. It was a glitchy crash. Josh Tomei is throwing that car around, going for a real push lap. Alright, so I think Josh Thomas thinks that's okay lap from him. I think he's gonna maybe stay in the pits for the rest of the session. There is only 3 drop zones, which will possibly be claimed. I say 2 of them will be claimed by spinners. As Gallows, not sure what's happened there. I think he's retired in the pits because that is actually I'm not sure because it's a better lap than Duracell, so I think that might have been a crash. Grack goes quickest with a 129.4. Wow, actually, that is a crazy difference there between Jetpack and Grack. 3 thousandths of not even, I'm not sure. 3 milliseconds of him. Less than a thousandth on him. 3 milliseconds off his time. And Jacob is in I'm not sure if he's entered his lap, but Wackning does set a purple sector 1, beating Duracell. Currently he does, so also on the soft, of course he's going to set a purple sector 1 as he is on the soft compound. So Jacobo is still left in the. Verify's gone now gone onto the soft tire. I'm not sure. I don't think he just doesn't have enough faith in the mediums. Okay, so now Verify's gonna start his lap. He's ahead of Ferrari at the moment. Very nice. Yeah, Jacob has not even he's not set a time just yet. So Wackney is actually going quickest. Oh, and Verify just spun it. I'm not sure how that happened. The curb is like kind of caught him, but he's spun it and gone onto the track perfectly again. I'm not entirely sure how that's happened. That doesn't look like a. He tapped the curb a little bit, and then it just sent him. He was going straight on the curb. So he's somehow still set a purple sector 1. Is he going to continue? Okay, obviously not. So Jacob is going to set a lap to get out. This is to progress to the shootout. I'm not sure what a sector 2 time would have been. He's entering into turn 13. Now down into sector 3. He's going to go through the last couple of turns. And so he hasn't set a purple. He hasn't set purple anywhere because he's on the medium compound, I guess. So he's going to go through that last turn of turn 18 now. Takes around that bank and opens the DRS. That's going to put him P7. Is it enough to progress to the shootout? As Veric, he comes out of nowhere, I forgot. And he drops him down to P8. He's still gonna. Is he still gonna be going, or is he gonna go straight back into the pits? Because Verify is pitted once again. We don't even know how much time there's left. How much time is left due to Duracell taps the gravel. So this is Rom now starting the lap on the medium compound. Through that banking, solid, pushing into the car to his limit, 2 wheels off the track onto the curb. It's very nice how he just zigzagged the car there. And now these twisty sections of the track. I wonder if there's anyone here in this race has he's gonna try and steer a lot into there. It's Rom goes purple in sector 1 on the medium compound, so as long as he doesn't bin the lap or anything, he could be in for a good lap. So into turn 13 now. Gonna go exit very nicely on that curb. Sorry, into turn 11. So now it's gonna turn 12 there on that swoop, and then on to turn 13 down. Let's see if we can get another purple sector on somehow on a purple sector. Can I get a sector 2? There's about 2 seconds off there. Actually, no, it's a purple sector 2 in a purple sector 1 and 2 and on the medium compound. This is a brilliant lap by him. Hopefully he doesn't take too much curb and he takes the perfect amount of curb there. Down into the turn 18. Is it going to be enough to beat Rick? Oh, it's not. It's third place for Rom, just behind Wackney. 4 tenths off Rick. Well, he's nearly lost it there, actually. Let's verify on his out lap. He will be the next to start his lap. He's got 2 minutes and he's got 2 minutes 20 seconds to do this, which could I would say it would end up being 3 laps, but this is qualifying, and he could only have about 2 laps of actual race lap fuel, and the other one just filling back to the pits. So no cars will be in his way as he just passed Alfa Romeo, Bufferino Phil, Duracell there hanging around the corner. He hasn't touched any curb just yet. I probably think he might be frightened by the curb. He's not going to try it with this curb now. He won't try it with the other curb. He's not tried anything with the curbs just yet. I think he's had a bit of a shock from what's happened. What's he going to end up in the sector 1? It's not a purple. So into turn 10, into turn 10 and 11, into the speed trap. But there is no speed trap in turn 15 before. So nicely through that turn 12. It's a pretty satisfying corner to drive, but it's like you can nearly sense that fear of the oversteer and maybe a big snap, especially if your traction is off, traction control. Let's see where he's going to end up in sector 2. That looks like a alright time there. So 112 in sector 2. 112 for sector 1 and 2. So we go through that last turn of turn 18 now. To the finish line. Is he going to end up? He's going to end up P7, beating Jacob and Bufferino. So I'll leave Duracell sitting there in the drop zone. Jacob is about to start his flyer, with Duracell just behind him. But Duracell's gonna get going now for his lap. So these are the last few laps, and Duracell, I'm not sure what's happened there, because now that means Duracell's session is over and he will not progress to the shootout for pole position. So he will start the race in P11. And Kieran is actually still there. I forgot about him. He's gonna have to set one more lap, one more chance. Callum also has the two Williams are both dead last in this session. Duracell's qualifying section is over, but Jacob is going to try set a good time to defend himself against Kieran and Callum. I'm not sure how he's done on sector 1, but let's see what he's going to do for sector 2, because he's on the soft compound. So it's a purple sector 2 for him. He's going to go through turn 16, 17 and 18. As Verify is right in front of him. He's gonna maybe improve. On the line, that's now no improvement from him in position, but he's just beaten Jacob. He's beaten Jacob by under a tenth, half a tenth. But now let's see what the Challenging Williams are gonna do. Callum makes it to the line. He puts Bufferino into the risk. He is the driver, very much at risk at the moment. Okay, Duracell actually isn't. Well, no, he is finished actually. So Kieran's now going to come across the line. Is he going to get put Bufferino Phil out? He puts Bufferino Phil out of the qualifying. That's his qualifying over. He goes third fastest now at the very last minute. So that's a qualifying done. Actually, Kieran's going to get another lap. Here's another lap, but is he going to try it? He's just gonna go slowly. Yeah, he's gonna spit slowly there. So that's just Duracell, Bufferino Phil and Gallu left. So for Duracell, Red Bull dead last. There's high hopes for him in the last since moving to Red Bull, but he's had to get used to it a bit, used to F1. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit of time for Kieran to finish his lap, hopefully. We won't actually. We only have to wait 10 seconds. I think he might have joined like a little bit late, so he got some extra time. Okay, actually, we don't have to wait for the. We do have to wait for the timer. So Josh Tomo ends up in 7th from being the top 3 in Q1. Let's see, is Josh Tomo capable of pole position? Jacobo is very much at risk as well. What was at risk, but that is okay at the moment because he is through to the shootout. Okay, so Rarick is fastest once again. By 1/10, nearly by 1 whole tenth up. Not 1 whole tenth, just actually that's only about 2 thousandths. So he's quicker in mediums. He goes fastest on the mediums, beating Wackney in P2. I think Wackney can drive a very solid race today if he just keeps himself out of trouble and the curbs. Oh. Kieran is under investigation. Okay, so he's not allowed to set a lap in Q3. That pushes everybody up the grid by 1 position. Okay. So Kieran will not be setting a lap. Hopefully he got that message. So Verify is in Q3. We've got a Haas in Q3. He's going to exit now for night lap. Josh Tomo will set the benchmark. So we've got everyone on the softs. So everybody will out-qualify Kieran, unless he does end up setting a lap, which will land him into a bit of trouble. So he's going to retire as he has seen that message. So we will not be getting any further trouble. Josh Tomo still letting Douglas at the benchmark. Gonna go around the bend from sector 1. And Travis is gonna set purple. So Verify is the game's being a little bit choppy actually at the moment, which I'm not liking. So Verify set up purple sector 1 and he's managed to beat Josh Tomo's time on the first sector. Verify is going to come up to turn 11. Josh Tomo now charging through the sector, and he's going to set of course purple sector 1, but will verify managed to beat that time of the second sector. Down to turn 13 now and 14. Into the straight of sector 2. Josh Tomo goes quickest. That's a very good time by Josh Tomo. Verify doesn't beat the second sector. Verify is going to go through it's a very short sector 3 around here. It's only about 1 turn, 3 turns, just one couple of chicanes. As Verify is going to maybe come close to that. No, he's going to come up by 4. That's only a second, so half a second off the pace of Josh Tomo. Josh Tomo, that's a very nice time, and let's see how Rick can add up to that. Rick's not out. Grack, 2 Ferraris are out. Grack is going to look to set a time. I'm not sure of his other sectors. When he goes onto the grass, I think he's tapped the grass a little bit. Takes a lot of curve there. He's open to DRS. That's a 4th fastest there. Very much off the pace due to a mistake. As Rom is, and he's nearly got it perfectly. He's one millisecond off a perfect 129, as he nearly does in a very nice drift. So Rick is actually he was not in the session. He's disconnected. Okay, that was a nice save from Rom. He's nearly drifted across the track. I'm sure Rom gets a heart attack every single time, every spin and every drift that he makes. Grack is still out, looking to set a actual lap here. This is purple sector 2 for Grack. Gonna go through the last couple of turns. Guided through very close to the wall, where's it gonna add up to? He's gone fastest in Q3, and he's completely stopped there for a cool down lap. It's a very nice lap indeed from Grack, beating Jacob time. But Jacob is still looking to add on to his time. But he's 8 seconds off his pace. Wackney we've seen is and he's spun. He's onto the gravel. Surprisingly, Japan does have a good margin for the runoff. I was thinking that the runoff is not big enough in Suzuka, but when you come up to turn 11, the runoff is it's very easy to lose a tire there if you mess up with the traction or you press into it too hard. Rom's gonna look to improve on that time. It was 129. He's not got into the 128. Like, he's just 2 milliseconds off it. But into turn 11, dangerous spot to spin, as there is no margin for the runoff. So Rick is gonna set his lap. 4 minutes left to go in this session. Callum's gonna go around the bend. Sector 1. Where's he gonna go? Is it a purple? It's not gonna be purple. In fact, it is 3 seconds off the pace. Wackney still he's charging to improve on that time of a 140, which is, of course, but he's representing Aston Martin tonight, which is arguably the a team that is very much in trouble and not in a good state. So where's Wackney going to end up? It's not a. He's of course improved 10 seconds. He's knocked off 10 seconds of his time, which still might be enough to put him through to the top 5. Verify still in the pits. I don't know. I think that might have been. He thinks that's his best lap. But Wackney goes P4. It's a very impressive qualifying session from Wackney tonight. As Crack chills in P1 as Rick is still on a charge. I'm not sure what's happened Rick's previous lap, but he's gonna set up sector 1, and he hasn't gone purple just yet. Hasn't gone green either as it's his first lap. Into turn 11 now, dangerous spot to spin. Throwing the car into turn 11. Needs a lot of rotation. The front right is stepping out a little bit. He's through the car around. Doesn't use any curb there. It's just of course, you know, an extremely dangerous curb. Where's it going to end up for sector 2? That's not going to be a purple. Okay, so it's not a. He's got no purple sectors in this lap. Could it be potentially a purple sector 3, which could put him top? Okay, so it's not going to be fastest for Rick, or is it? And he's spoiled. He's gonna try spoil the Ferrari party with he's 2/10 faster. Crack is still on his out lap, going for another one. Okay, Verify goes for another lap. These are all the last chances for all of them. One minute left in the session. Is it even enough time for Verify to get over the line and start his lap? Because he's going to need to speed it up right now. Yes, it's going to be enough time. I think so. Okay, so it will be enough time, but he's really playing with the time here. I don't know. Jacob is still on a lap, trying to get that final position in. Rom on his out lap. Josh Tomo looking to beat Crack. He's going to stay the same position, but he gets another lap. Rick is still on another lap to better his time. Verify is going to go start his lap. Jacob still P6. Not much better for him. Josh Tomo looks to get ahead of Crackers. Look at that difference. That difference is extremely low. It's less than 2,000 of a second behind Crack. It's impressive by Crack here. As the checker flag comes out, as Wackney and Callum complete the lap, and Jacob's in the grass, so that is going to be him P6 or lower. Verify is still on a charge. He's still on another lap, so Jacob spoiled his lap by going onto the dirt, the grass. Into turn 11 now. Throws the car into there. Crack goes fastest. Crack goes fastest, and the checkered flag comes out as he set a purple sector. He set a fastest lap there, so he's beaten Rick. Rick retired in the pits thinking that was enough to do the job. Crack is on pole is by less than a tenth, by just over a tenth actually. Sorry. He's gonna spoil the McLaren party. He's gonna spoil his. Rick has got many poles in a row so far. Josh Tomo's gonna stay third or lower. Rom still looks to improve. Verify still yet to finish. This looks like a very solid time here. What's it gonna be? This looks like a solid lap incoming. Oh, and it's 7th behind Jacob. That's okay. A position for Verify. Rom, I think he's messed up his lap. He's gonna start P4 or lower. Welcome, guys. If you just joined us, we're now finished the session. Greg has beaten Rick. It's impressive. Oh, yeah, actually, he is the permanent driver. I forgot after Yami has the parachute from the league. So Jacob limps back to the pits. I'm not sure why the session isn't over just yet. I think it's because Jacob is not yet. Session should be over by now. So that's your final qualifying results. Crack is on pole position. To remind everyone, do not forget your setups. Let's see if we're gonna see a turn one surprise. Well, it's not much of a surprise. We'll have to wait the long formation lap. Lights out, now we go for the formation lap. So the tires, we got the front four starting on the mediums, and we got the four after that on the softs. Jetpack and Kieran on the mediums. Shura is on the softs. Final Flame and Verify. Two Hasbys are on softs. Both Red Bulls on the softs as well, and both Alpines are on mediums. So let's just see how this race plays out for the next 27 laps. Rick is disconnected once again. Mama Zelda disconnected. Let's see if we can get back in just in time. Oh, and Duracell's in the grass. It's gonna affect his temperatures for the start of the race. Oh, and Rick cannot take control. And he's left the session. He can't take the control of his car. He's been disconnected. Please don't tell me we're gonna have another lobby. Alright. I'll try and invite everyone as soon as quick as possible. Right, he's gonna try. He's gonna have to hurry up. He's gonna have to be quite quick. Alright, Mama Zelda's in. Right, I'm not sure if we're gonna have a restart or not. Rick has joined. Can he take control just before the formation lap? Would be perfect timing. Alright, here we go. Formula V is back from the break. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 lights. Engines revved, and away we go for this, round 6 of Suzuka in Japan. We've got all cars going in. We've got the Williams down. We've got a bit of debris thrown around the track. Grach gets away well. Kieran has had a collision with Rick. 5-second penalty handed out to him, not Rick. And let's see what's going on. Mama Zelda stuck at the back there. And there's already a VSC deployed. Okay, I'm not sure if we're gonna get a restart or not. Predicted pit stop strategy. If you're going to box for one stop, it's going to be lap 12, 16, which would normally be lap 13 or 14. Yeah, there's debris everywhere on the track. We've seen Mama Zelda now trying to make his way back up to the grid, depending on a full safety car. Touches the grass a little bit. Josh Tomo is stuck behind Grach. Wackney's there. Kieran suffering a bad return to the league. He's stuck in he's stuck in P13 at the moment. It's definitely not a good start for the Williams or the Alpine. So Rom was in P4 looking to push for the podium places, and the VSC is ended. Rick had retired. I'm not entirely sure what's the verdict is going to be. It's a red flag. Yeah, the red flag has come out. Yeah, I think the red flag has come out. There's been a lot of technical difficulties, so I think that's why. Alright then, so looks like we're gonna have to restart.